I am going to present a topic on cell membrane. Okay, cell membrane is the outermost layer of the cell. Okay, this cell membrane will separate the cell inner side of the cell from the external environment. Okay, this outermost layer is mainly composed of lipids, proteins, and carbohydrates. Okay, this lipids, protein, carbohydrate will work together to regulate the transport of molecules in and outside of the cell. Then structure of cell membrane. Okay, the cell membrane is usually composed of lipid bilayer. Okay, that is it is made up of two layers of phospholipid molecules. Okay, this phospholipid is having a hydrophilic and hydrophobic. Okay, hydrophilic head means water loving. Okay, then hydrophobic cell means water fearing tail. Okay, this hydrophilic head faces the outer and inner surface of the membrane, but the hydrophobic tails will face each other in the center of the membrane. Okay, this is a picture of a structure of cell membrane. It is having glycoprotein, carbohydrate, glycolipid, cholesterol, then peripheral proteins, integral proteins, channel proteins, alpha helix proteins, then globular proteins and all. Okay, next thing is selective permeability. Okay, this cell membrane is selectively permeable. Okay, which means it will allow some of the molecules to pass through it and it will prevent other molecules to pass through it. Okay, small non-polar molecules like oxygen, carbon dioxide can pass through the lipid bilayer. Okay, by the process of simple diffusion, this oxygen, carbon dioxide are passing through the cell membrane. But larger or charged molecules like glucose and ions, it will require proteins to help them to cross the membrane. Okay, so this will happen through the facilitated diffusion or active transport. Then transport proteins. Okay, this transport proteins are the integral membrane protein, okay, which helps the molecules to move across the cell membrane. Okay, some examples of transport proteins are channels, carriers, and pumps. Okay, channels are like tunnels that allow molecules to pass through the membrane without the need for energy. Okay, then carriers. Okay, these carriers are like taxis which bind with the specific molecule and changes its shape to move them across the membrane. Next, pumps. These pumps will use energy to move molecules against their concentration gradient from area of low to high concentration. Okay, then osmosis. Osmosis means the diffusion of water across a selectively permeable membrane. Okay, here the water will move from area of high to low concentration. The concentration of a solute will be measured using a tonicity of a solution. Okay, here a solution with higher concentration of solutes is called as hypertonic. Then the solution with the lower concentration of solute is called as hypotonic. Okay, then endocytosis and exocytosis. Okay, this cellular process or transport large molecules and particles across the cell membrane. Okay, endocytosis in the sense it is the process of taking in substance from the external environment. Okay, it will be done by engulfing them in a pocket of a cell membrane. Okay, examples of this endocytosis will include phagocytosis and pinocytosis. Then exocytosis in the sense the process of releasing a substance from a cell. Okay, it is done by fusing vesicles with the plasma membrane. Okay, finally, the cell membrane is a complex structure Okay, this will plays a crucial role in maintaining the internal environment of a cell by allowing certain substances to pass through it but blocking the other substance. Okay, so we are saying this is cell membrane is a selectively permeable and it will transport proteins and enable the cells to regulate the flow of molecules in and outside. Okay, thank you all.